channel. Your channel. Your channel. Your channel. That's weird. Where is it? 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 Oh, 94 East. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? If you're there, say so. I see 6 people. I see 6 people. I see 6 people. So, what I'm doing today, right now, if you are a Prince fan, can't talk over that. If you're a Prince fan, you know that before Prince came out, there was a group called 94 East, Pepe, Willie, whatever. There was an album that came out much later called Minneapolis Genius. And one of the tunes on there is a song called Games. I don't know the song. I mean, I know that I've heard the song, but I'm going to learn the song. And, you know, I think as is my way, I think that it's cool to live stream that and show you my process of how I would go about learning the song. Also, if you, Young Prince was too funky, Liquid Light Experience, what's happening? As always, if you dig the video, give it a thumbs up. Really helps the algorithm and the ratings, if you will, in the whole YouTube world. Also, I just recorded a video on this whole coronavirus thing and sort of what it means for creatives like myself, musicians, and different folks. So if you like the content and you really want to help support, especially now as our wallets start taking a hit with canceled gigs and things like that, you can go on and leave a tip, or, you know, via one of the like PayPal, CashApp, any one of those links down below. You can also join the channel, the TED Talks Base channel, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's listen to this tune. I'm going to go through it bit by bit. I'm going to learn it. You're going to see how I go about learning it. And yeah, and hopefully somebody out there will find that this process helpful, like in the way that they learn tunes as well. So here we go. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So the first thing I listen for is these phrases. I listen to the rhythm, listen to these phrases. So we got boom, 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 something else. There's 4 measures. 4 measures we hear there, right? Just turn the amp on. I know that first note is G. Boom, boom, boom. I just sing it or vocalize it. I know that note is there. Also, experience tells me that a lot of this type of music, and if you have questions, please don't shy away from asking them. I have my phone here doing live stream, and I can also see the super chat on the other screen. So not the super chat, but just the chat window. So if you have questions or comments or anything, and I swear to God, I'm going to clean up all that stuff later, like tomorrow, not today. So That's the first part of the phrase I hear. Well, look at that box shape. So we'll call that a minor pentatonic, would fit over that, but we're here root fifth, flat 7 in the octave. The same box shape that you find in right? That box shape is common. So let's listen to it again. Ba-dib-ba-dib-bum. I'm assuming that that's how that was done. That's how I'm going to do it right now. So one of the things I always think when I'm learning something is like I'm not in the studio with the person recording bass. I don't know if that's Prince on bass or Andre Simone. It's one of those guys, but I can only speculate. So so we've got I'm plucking the D, open D, hammering on to the E, pluck, hammer, thumb, hammer. So let's listen at that first phrase again. Ah, shoot. Then we're back into the groove. Boom, boom, boom. Da, da, da. So we know that part is the constant in the groove. So I think about that motif as I should also say that I'm alternating between plucking the closed G or the stopped G terminology that I picked up from playing upright. What I mean by closed or stopped, meaning that I'm playing that with a finger on the string. Doing that and alternating between playing the open G, nothing in the left hand, and a dead pluck on that same G string. So, sorry. Then on this hand, I'm not coming back on the same finger. So let's see if I play just that part, kind of up to speed. Let me examine what I'm doing. And I'm really not trying to be like smarty pants or whatever. I really mean like slowing it down and talking it out so that you get what I'm doing and what I'm saying. So messed that up again. So then I came on my pinky. Then I came, so I'm alternating. So let's see what I do naturally. I'm just gonna play that groove a few times, and see where my finger winds up, what I wind up doing with my left hand. So. So it seems like more often than not, I'm coming back playing that note with my pinky, that G, playing with my pinky, and then just shifting over. So let's listen to that next part of that phrase. Flat 7, 6, 5. So we got that 4-bar phrase. Yeah. So there's that 4-bar phrase. Boom, boom, boom. Da 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 ba da 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 dum 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 da dum dum da dum 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 ba ba ba. So we have a variation at the last 2 bars of each. Sorry, let me say that again. We have a variation on bar 2 and a variation on bar 4. So the groove. That's the first time. Second time. And then we go back into the groove. So let's see what he does here. So there's another variation. So the groove, boom, boom, boom. I'm thinking about that, and then everything else is sort of like a variation or a fill. I'll call it that, loosely, but. I know those are no, but now trying to get the, I don't think that would be the thing, and I don't think you can get that same feel. So what you see me doing there is taking that idea out of context and just playing it slowly and then building up. And then also trying to find what works in terms of pluck, or thumb. So what feels best is pluck, hammer, pluck, hammer, thumb, hammer. So pluck, hammer, thumb, hammer, and then thumb again. So what you somebody might be wondering, or not wondering. I'm gonna assume that somebody might be wondering, well, how do you hear that so fast? First of all, if I can't hear the lower note, I'll hear the higher note, right? And then vocalize and then match that pitch. That's one of the methods that I'll use. Also, I think I talked about it in one of my other videos. Is this like what would that be? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say that's natural minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's that flat 7 right there. That would be 6. And then there would be the flat 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flat 7. Sorry. So it's just looking at the scale different ways. Yeah, man. So he's going right. He's going 6, flat 7, and there's our root again. But it's fat, you know. It's like quick, greasy. Ah. Back to the that. Flat 7. So let me rewind and see if I can play along with all of those variations, if I can remember all those variations. But from this, getting ideas on if you're doing your own groove or whatever. So I'm taking like that idea, that inspiration from this song, and kind of coming up with a thank you, Big G on bass. Thank you, brother. It's kind of amazing that somebody would be following me for years. That's funny as hell. You know, I got a message from Malcolm Jamal Warner one time. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Theo from The Cosby Show, who's also a bass player. And he told me that he'd been following me for years, and I've just thought, that's insane. Hey, Lawrence, what's up, brother? Right on, man. I hope the coronavirus is not jacking you up too bad as far as your gigs go. It's doing a number on a lot of the homies. So, but more importantly, I hope you're staying safe and healthy, boosting that immune system. So back to this song. Those of you who are just joining, talking about a song called Games by a group called 94 East, which featured a very young Prince Rogers Nelson, pre-fame Prince Rogers Nelson. Now, I don't know if this is Prince on bass or Andre Simone. Don't know. I don't know that it matters at the moment. I know it's funky. So after I did all that talking, let's see if I remember all those variations. Haha. Let's see. Okay, so I kind of remembered them. Let's see what happens next. So I feel like that's gonna be the groove through the whole thing. Yes, thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, Lawrence. I'll be honest with you, Lawrence. Every time I say Lawrence, I think about Jack Nicholson in the first Batman, which says Lawrence. Okay, anyway. This town needs an enema. Do you guys remember Batman, the first Batman with Michael Keaton? Not the best Batman, not the best movie. Prince did the soundtrack, so, you know, it's all good. Ha ha, Lawrence! That flat 7 lick he did. Right there, he's plucking on that flat 7. Yeah. Woo! Wait a minute. Let's figure out what that business was all about. Just slop. Ah, shucks. I think I'm gonna sound ridiculous with those sounds. Excuse me. I'm gonna say that's the note. That note is D. But I'm willing to bet that nobody thought I'm gonna go hit the D. I bet it was just slop. Yeah, something like that. Flat 7. There's the lick again. Ba-dee-ba-dee-ball. Ba-da-ba-da-bop. 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 So we remember, guys, give me some gummage. So we know that we talked about the main groove, right? Ba-da-ba-da-bop. So right there, again, I'm doing this so. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Big G on bass. again, I'm doing this sort of so you can see my process of learning the tune, right? Getting ideas from the stuff that I'm hearing. Damn it, I wanted to say something else. Oh, I just looked at a copy of my CD. Hey, go get a copy of this joint. I do have some CDs, but that is me as like a 4-year-old right there. Grab a copy. There's a link somewhere that on this channel or whatever, or you can go to hyperurl.co/brotheo and all the purchase links are there. Again, coronavirus gonna be hurting a lot of us. So if you can support the channel, help me get some groceries in the house, that'd be great. Purchase the album, purchase my book, buy a t-shirt, something like that. Anyway, back to the show. I'm also hearing these the main groove and these different little phrases that are coming up over and over and over. Didn't do anything there. Down. Now, peep though. In this process, if you like funk music or whatever, in this process you'll hear you'll see what a couple different shapes. Minor pentatonic intertwined with this dominant 7. That we haven't seen the major 3rd in here, so we'll call it minor, but we hear that, and we got blues scale, so 1 flat 3 4 sharp 4 5 6 7 7 1 flat 3 4 sharp 4. So I'll take something like that, and then start, if I just groove on that, take this as a launching pad for maybe other ideas. I'm changing it up, coming up, own thing. All right. So anyway, I digress. Let's move on. Ooh, listen at that. That's that lick we heard earlier. It looks thin. Standard. I don't know. I don't know. It's. I don't know. I don't get into all like the numbers and stuff. It is very comfortable. It's not like a baseball bat for sure. It's kind of thin. Marco Cortez. So that lick we heard earlier. But but with a twist. Ah, shoot. Let me do that again, but a little cleaner. And I'll show you, like, I think it doesn't go like I hit that one again. So that one right away. So. So instead of going bum, 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 yeah. Also, you know, I'm assuming there's some funk lovers here, whatnot. Funk is its own reward, but funk is also not like pristine. For me, music that is truly funky, when I think of funk or a funky groove, I think it's stank. You know, it's stank like chitlins. It's unrefined. So at least the funk that the things that I consider funky that really resonate with me are not refined. So if it's sloppy, kind of sloppy, right? Unrefined. Let's listen some more. Okay, so here's the first time we get into something different in this groove. It's just a regular cough. It's just a regular cough. It's just a regular cough. Chicka, chicka, chicka. I'm being silly. Sorry. It's just a regular cough. Every time I cough, like, I think somebody's looking like, hey, man. Hey, leave me a comment. Have any of you guys seen the movie Daybreak with Cuba Gooding Jr. and Moira Kelly? Great movie from the 90s. Woo! Ba-da-ba-da-bop, ba-do-ba-da-bop. So there, I feel like I have to switch from thumb to fingers to get the rhythm right. Also, good to switch, you know, you get a groove, switch between. Hey, common diversity. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, anyway, let's trip on what's happening in this B section. I love that. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so again, you guys are listening to me, watching me learn this song. I do not know this song, so I'm learning it right now. So, One thing to have the notes, but now let's get the feel. Boom, boom, bit, boom, bit, boom, down. So now I'm torn now. Do I do it there, or do I do it here? Do I do it there, or do I do it there? So let's see. And then it does the does that again. So there's that D. Okay. I'm still debating on how to finger this. What up, Rastaman? Rastaman. That screen name reminds me of something. What up, John Cook? What's good? Reminds me of UB40, the Rat in the Kitchen album. This is a dope album. All I wanna do is stand on with you. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so he only does that for a second. But now, I want you to check out a couple of things that I'm doing there. And I had the distinct pleasure, I don't know why I sound like a radio host, but for a very short time, I played in Jody Watley's band with Levi Caesar from Prince's band. Levi actually got me in that band, and along with another friend of mine whose name happens to be Prince. And during that time, I spent a lot of time with Levi. I remember I was also kind of rehearsing with his Prince tribute, and he took my bass and he, it's this thumb thing, and it ain't really, it's not, again, like I said earlier, it's not like pristine, funk it's unrefined. So, it's when I'm on here, I'm thumbing closer to the neck, but when I get to this other thing, a couple of things are happening. I move my thumb back, go closer to the bridge pickup. I'm also using my thumb like I would use a pick. That, and also more of there's a little bit of a palm mute, not a lot, but a little bit of a palm mute thing happening too. So I'm purposely trying not to play notes. Right, so I'm doing that. Let's talk about the left hand, what I'm doing there. There's that grease. Okay, sorry, I got all off the song and bring it back. You hear those licks being revisited. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. The late great Bernard Edwards. Yes, he did. Yeah, man. You hear all these. I heard that come back. So that lick, you get nothing else from this video. When I say lick, that piece of vocabulary. If that's your root, in this case is G, right? Starting on the 4, 4, slide to the sharp 4, back, and then you're doing this trill from the minor third to the major third. Ah. Let me see if I can come up with like a different rhythm and just show you. So you pick that up, you have that. You got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. Use it for your own. It's like a spice. It's like cayenne. I love this. I love that. Oh, there's something different there. I heard that. There's just that flat 7, 6, 5. Sounds like all night long. Fiesta, whatever. So it looks like there's only 2 sections to the song. Woo! Oh. Let's see. Well, there was a. We did one of them twice. We did the first one twice. So. who is that playing bass on that piece? Man, I don't know. I don't know honestly. I know Prince played keyboards on this, and I'm confident in saying that's either Prince on bass or Andre Simone. Again, you know, if you're not too hip to this thing, this is like pre-fame Prince. I imagine he must have been between 17 and 19 years old during this period. There's that piece. There's that lick again. So what I'm hearing, and Rastaman just said, sounds like a raw ass jam session. Yeah, I believe that's what a lot of these recordings were just jam sessions. I've got a recording of Prince rehearsing. I've got a few rehearsal tapes of Prince's, which are just incredible to listen to. But to hear, like, there's one bootleg I have of him doing the Bird for like 18 minutes or something like that. And they just keep the same groove. The foundation doesn't change. Foundation doesn't change, and there's something about that just keeps you hooked in. You know what I mean? You thought that was Pepe? It was Pepe's band. It was Pepe's band. Excuse me. What Prince? I know he played guitar. I know he played keys. I'm assuming that he played bass also. You know what? Let me find out. Let me see what the Google says. Let's see. Prince, 94 East, Minneapolis Genius. Games is the name of this tune. Let's see. There's the Prince Vault. So Games is the third track on 94 East's first collection of studio recordings, Minneapolis Genius, featuring Prince on guitar. The track has featured on every collection. Wow, somebody should have used Grammarly. The track has featured, oh no, I'm reading it wrong. The track is featured on every collection of 94 East's early recordings. In 1992, 3 versions were included in Minneapolis Genius featuring Prince. In 1995, the original, previously unreleased version was included as the 4th track of the first disc of Symbolic Beginning, along with 2 other versions. The set was re-released in 1999 as the Legends Collection. In 2000, 2 versions were included on 94 East featuring Prince. Also in 2000, 3 versions were included on One Man Jam. In 2002, 3 versions were included on If You Feel Like Dancing. Boy, they milked this shit. If You Feel Like Dancing in 2011, a remix version by Dr. Fink was included as the first track. And I want to mention, shameless plug, on my album, Dr. Fink plays on the first track called IMG. Check it out. There's going to be a link somewhere down there. Okay, so let's get back to it. Included as the first track on the digital collection, The Cookhouse 5. Basic tracking took place on December 4th, 1975 at the Cookhouse Studios in Minneapolis, Minnesota, during the same set as the sessions I Will Always Love You, If We Don't, Better Than You Think, and If You See Me, marking the earliest recording featuring Prince to have been released, as with other tracks included Oh, plot twist. Plot twist. So it looks like it's Prince on guitar, Pepe Willie on synth, Pierre Lewis on keyboards, someone named Wendell Thomas playing bass, and Dale Alexander on drums. Now this makes me curious who this Wendell Thomas person is. Wendell Thomas. This could send me down a rabbit hole. I never heard of Wendell Thomas before. Never heard of Wendell Thomas on any Prince recordings, but that is who is credited with playing bass on this. There you go. Learn something new every day, folks. Learn something new every day. Wendell Thomas on bass. Not Prince, not Andre Simone. Wendell Thomas. Ryan Miller. Funky mofo right there. What's up, homie? I hope you're well. All the homies that's checking in that I know are bass players and creatives, man. I hope that you guys are healthy. Hope that your families are healthy. I hope that your bag is healthy, meaning your money. You know what I mean? Because folks are hurting. So far, man, in New Orleans. So, update on this whole coronavirus shenanigans. The school I teach at just got shut down. Well, all schools in Louisiana have been shut down. First it started with the universities. Now I teach kinder through 8th grade. I teach all them grades. And so, yeah, so they shut it down for at least 30 days. So we're not due to go back into the classroom until April the 13th. That's a regular cough. Yeah, but people are, gigs are being canceled, tours are getting canceled. As you all know, French Quarter Fest here in New Orleans has been postponed, hoping that nothing happens with Jazz Fest. So far, so good. And I'm saying, I got 3 dates booked for Jazz Fest. So I'm doing well, man. Have a good gig, bro. Have a good gig. So let's get back into the tune and see what else Wendell Thomas is doing on bass. Yes, we got toilet paper. So I just heard another variation of this lick. So taking that thing and bringing it back down, that whole octave shape. There's something I do sometimes. He did use aliases. The reason I don't think that that's the case here is because he's still pretty early in his career. I don't even know if he really has a career at this point of these recordings. And he definitely hasn't at this point worked out who he would become. Now I'm going to show y'all something that somebody blessed me with just recently, and I am loving this book. Peep this out. This is expanded edition Prince and the Purple Rain era studio sessions. Amazing book. But anyway, so I don't think he was using aliases at this point. So Wendell Thomas, please stand up, whoever you are. came out of nowhere. That's like 3 minutes into a 5 minute track. Um, da, da. So we got A, B flat, A, and then back into that A groove. That's weird that they would just. I wonder how they coordinated that. Just like, hey, let's do this random thing, right here. Woo! You hear that? What was that? That ain't what he did. Minor third root. Something like that. Remember I was talking about blues scale earlier? Something like that. Yeah. I'm gonna shut it off there, but I think what's cool is that in this long jam, there's not a ton of different variations. There's that main groove, boom, 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 that, doom, that, gong, 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 that, right? There's that, but the same kind of fill elements happening throughout the tune. There's not like a whole bunch of stuff. He's locking into that groove. So yeah, I'm gonna go and hop off, rest my voice a little bit. It is 12:18 a.m. here in the Big Easy. So thanks for joining me, all you guys. I think we maxed out at about 22 people here tonight. So again, if you guys are able to, support, not support, I don't like to use that word support because I'm not like indigent, but if you want to show some love, leave a tip, all the Venmo links, all that stuff, description, buy the album, buy the book, others creatives and people, YouTubers and stuff like that. If you can, if you got a little cheddar, a little change, throw them at us because it's about to get crazy with all these gigs and stuff getting canceled. So, we love the love. I know you love the love, all that good stuff. Thanks for the time, man. Stay healthy. Hey, you as well, John. Stay healthy. Best to you guys, best to your families. I have a sneaking suspicion that this foolishness is going to get worse before it gets better. And by that, I mean that um, as is sort of the way in modern times, man, people let fear and paranoia overtake logic and level headedness. So, I hope I'm wrong, but whatever the case is, y'all be good to each other, and best to you guys and your families. Stay healthy and safe. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All the best, guys. All the best. I'm gonna go take off. Peace. Two fingers. How do you stop this thing? There you go.